Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Dylan Cool. This is part 4 of the building thing. I am right now uploading parts 2 and 3. Hopefully they'll be up and out. I got a few things to talk about. I probably shouldn't be moving around so much. So as you know, this embarrassment to creation. So instead of going in and individually fixing these, I'm thinking I'm going to delete these 4. I'm going to fix this one, and then replace all of these. But as you can see, some significant progress. Now, I have learned what's been going wrong this whole time. Alright? It's so stupid. It's why stuff like that keeps happening. And I don't understand. I guess Roblox got a bit cheap. But they did add a fix for this, which completely confuses me. As it turns out, the rotate tool sucks. It rotates in intervals that aren't even... Look how the wheel turns as it turns. That's not good. That won't even go back to the original. You see that? I have to go 180 degrees and then boom. It's just not going to do it. So I thought, what the heck is that garbage? Turns out you're supposed to use transform. And I currently have it on massive angles. So let's turn that off. Alright. Well, at least I thought you were. Well, it's more accurate. Alright, let's see if we can turn this 90 degrees. That is way more than 90. There. So that is exactly 90 degrees. It's so much better. It doesn't matter because I'm deleting these anyway. Turns out my stupid self wanted to build a castle here and then realized, hey, that's stupid. So I went on and I looked around on the other Vietnam maps, the real ones that got released, and I actually learned a few things by just studying the stuff built. And some of that stuff's really intricate. I don't even know how they did the cars yet. I have a feeling it has something to do with unions and negating and all that fun. I'm just on with the basic stuff right now. So the first thing we're going to do is I learned... Where's wooden planks? There they are. Let's change the color to that. Boom. So we're not using this tool yet. In fact, I don't think we will. Especially since this kind of already, for the most part, does it what we need to do. So actually, we need to not go all the way out there. Now, no, we're going to scale. So what I learned that the real Vietnam maps, or at least Cove, that was the only one I got a really good look at tonight, do real floors. Not my sneaky breaky garbage of just using the inside. And so they're really, really thin floors. And they basically go around the whole thing. And I actually think they look really nice. It just took me a while to notice them. It took me going back in-game and actually having an appreciation for what was going on. So, boom, we got a thin floor. We don't have to do it for those buildings. Maybe that one, depends on what I do with it. It might just become a storage building or something. Alright. Another thing I learned is the trees. They're all the same on Cove. Like the branches and stuff are in the exact same position. Some of them are just different colors. And I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah. It was funny then, but looking back on it, it's a little bit... Yeah, I'm sorry. So this is going to become the giant two-story house. I'd like to go ahead and knock out the largest building. The thing about it is I actually should not have taking this all the way out over here. You see, I'm going to design a whole new building. Is about the same? God, they're not. Need them to be roughly the same. Not exactly. Is okay, I guess. Well, maybe we should. It's gonna have a double patio building. Alrighty, and now we're gonna put walls around this. The first floor probably needs at least one window. So let's go ahead and, oh no, hop to it. So this is too dark. We need something not nearly as dark. How about you? What color are you? Wrong part. Nope. Darker than you, lighter than. I need to stop doing that. Boom. Too dark. See, it's kind of hard to get this color balance. There's no real color wheel as far as I'm aware. How about you? Too green. I mean, you gotta get it like perfect, or else the building is kind of flawed. How about this? A bit closer. Like a bit more of a brown hue to it, though. Is there anything like that? What was I just using? Is this Nugant? I think it was. It is. I gotta learn these color names. Oh, pine cone. Ooh, God, no. Burlap. No. Why is this so green? Let's do a beige. Getting closer. I mean, it's just the whole thing. So, I'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, work on this for a bit, show you it, and then, for the end of this video, we're going to go over there, fix the houses. All of these houses. Might add a couple more trees of the cove style. Though I'm going to use this kind of sparingly. And I shall see y'all in a bit. Alrighty, progress point 1 is, recording a video, I gotta show the progress. Yeah, this is basically gonna become the big house. I'm a little bit concerned. The more I work on it, the more overpowered I feel it is. I know that it's going to be the central point everybody wants to take. I have a concern about this corner right here. A player prone with an MG could just destroy over here, which concerns me. I mean, it's a really good spot, but I might plug it up. But then again, what stops him from getting right here? A guy, I think, God, what was his name? Someone on the first video, he had 4 numbers for his name, said I need to make sure to be careful about MGs because they could be a serious problem. High ground is MG territory. I'd like to think that an engineer with a rocket launcher could easily dispatch someone who's so evil as to get right here, or anywhere on this hill. I mean, this is going to be prime rocketing territory. I mean, that occurred to me. And I'd also like to think the snipers could handle them. But, what the heck is this garbage? What? Alright, that's going to be fun to fix. I'm a little bit concerned about this spot. I'm going to wait till episode 5 to do anything about it, based on what you guys say. But yeah, there's a quick little peek at the building so far. I will see you on the next one. Alrighty. There it goes. Alrighty. So another little update. Basically finished the first floor. I will probably add more interior walls. Still got to do the staircase. Probably around the staircase actually for the interior walls. I got a little bit of the second floor done as well, as you can see here. Ooh. See here. Got those windows. overlook the lake over here. Lake, river, I don't know what you want to call it. It's going along quite well, actually. And that was just me testing to make sure everything doesn't just explode, because it did at one point, and it almost crashed my game. Got not responding. That was fun. So that's why we play test. So notice this doorway is actually quite large. So is this one. This one was supposed to be large, but these ended up being about the same size. So I might try scaling them down to about here. I don't know yet. I might just leave them like this. Who knows? Maybe you can get the 2 or 3 MGs in this spot. 2 or 3 MGs in this spot. I swear, I'm putting the balcony over here because I swear this spot's got a better vantage point on there. Which is why I didn't put a balcony over here. I wanted to do like double balcony, but I was like, nah. So as for like revenge, this spot gets that. And there might be a ladder all the way up to like a part of the roof, because I'm gonna do it weird. I might do this part roof. I might do a 3-floor thing around here. Make it so you can't get on the. Maybe you can get on the roof on this side, but you can't go over to this side. Well, we might be able to get onto this part. I don't know. I need to make it balanced. I might have to make some dense trees right over here. Or something. Something, because, you know, someone getting, I don't know, right here could just be like into this side's whole career. And it's starting to worry me, because I'm like, that's unbalanced. This building has to be balanced. This is the one building that must be balanced. Alright, it is in the highest central point in the map. You can shoot anyone from anywhere in it, just about. As nice as this cover is, it really doesn't help against this thing. I will have to create an obstruction. I mean, I was like, okay, this window and this stone thing right here is enough. Because this is evil. This over here, this is kind of balanced, because, you know, they spawn over here. There'll be stuff obstructing right here. You know, so you can't just gun right into their spawn across map. And then there's this little, like, bump thing, so they can't just shoot straight off this. So they can, not as effectively. So I don't know. I will have to experiment. And who knows, maybe they'll spawn over here even. And you can't just snipe them off this then. So this side, I'm not worried about. It's this side I'm worried about. Like, what am I going to do? Move this spawn to over here? I might have to do a spawn over here. Oh, by the way, I did, like, put some text on the outside by, and some there, by giant thing. It's like a couple letters to mark, like, spawns and stuff. In case I zoom out and you see it and you're like, what is that? And that's what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. I got to do the stairs. I got to do the balcony. I got to do the ceiling. It's been quite interesting. I've been actually enjoying making this. It's just been, well, there's an absurd amount of parts. You see the time? It is 1 in the morning. I think I started this video at 11 something. One of my videos that take over an hour to uploaded. Okay, so I may have just come up with a strange solution for the balancing problem. I thought, well, if the main house is going to be so OP, then this spawn point, you know, it's basically got one way in and like 2 ways out. And I'm like, that's not going to work. So I thought, what would happen if I were to make this even more of a mine shaft, you know? Drill over here through this and set a cave exit here and a new shooting spot here. How OP would that make this spot, you know? So I'm going to pause, do that, and I'll talk about whether if it was a good idea or not. Alrighty, so I don't think I regret it. I do like how it looks. I gotta do more of the wooden mineshaft deal, holding it up and all. But I think this is actually a really good thing. So just like some skylight effects. I'll have to put an invisible barrier on top of this. But basically, look at that. I mean, I know the tree obstructs it, but you know, it's a pretty good view, especially on somebody who's aiming from, I don't know, this window. And then we have this way out, and then I want to put a bridge here. So instead of running straight out here, you know, they get 2 decent sniping spots, and if for some reason somebody's camping, well, if this new skylighted area, this is going to be the spawn, right? Well, if somebody is trying to like machine gun camp right here, or if they can't go through here, they can come out here, which I know isn't that far. I kind of wish I made it a bit further, but I will put an obstruction right here so they get more of a chance, you know. I might make it so this further connects to, like, I don't know, right there. And it's going to be like they have their own little, like, tunnel system to come in and out of. So if they dump off here, they're trying to get across there. If they dump off over here, then they're just trying to rush this area. I think it's going to add a whole new balance to the map doing this. I got to add more, like, little cover along these roads here. But I think that it's... I like the idea. It's just got a little bit more work to do with it. But what I hope it does is properly balances this map so people don't get spawn camped on this side because this building, you know. If this side, which is quite open if you ask me, can use a tunnel to get around this, that'd be huge. Now this also means that this team could take over this tunnel, but it'd be kind of hard for them to get into the tunnels. And imagine the cave fights here. It's going to be multiple skylights. It's going to be like a big room. It's going to be good for fights with cover and stuff in it. But man, a lot could be done. A lot could be done. Alrighty, so the caves. I really, really love how they came out. Alright, so the first one you should probably make note of is this. Yeah. And I added this little tunnel, which is kind of hard to see. Hold on. Go like this. You can see it. Which is the underground version of going into here. So you originally saw this. This area is completely new. So you got another skylight here. And then we got this nice big room. I love this room. Alright. This goes back just a little bit. Just enough you can get in the shadow. This is I love this room. Alright, it's like the pinnacle of the caves. I had to add this huge skylight. It is fairly well lit, and it takes you right out here. So if like one team was pushing, this could be a defendable spot. But I had some other kinds of cover in here. I still got to finish rocking this place up a little bit, you know. A little bit of here, a little bit of there, some everywhere. I mean, you know how that goes. But I love it. Alright. This thing is beautiful. I can just see someone being sneaky, waiting in the dark here for someone to walk in. Or I can see a group of people pushing in through here and there being a fight. Now imagine if somebody was so sneaky that they could lay here and they could lay gunfire right out onto this. It's beautiful. I love it. It's not super OP, but it's so cool. Like, I love the lighting effect in here. I gotta put invisible barriers on all of this. What the heck is this garbage? So I gotta put invisible barriers on all of this. So nobody can jump out. And there's gonna be a huge invisible barrier over the whole map. But I love this. Alright. I think these caves just saved this side. I'm now less worried. I think I'm just gonna leave it this like this. I mean, of course, any other obstructions that are put in the way along the way. But I am now less worried about this site being, well, kind of neglected. Now I gotta really focus on, give this side something kind of like this to make it look like this side wasn't so neglected. I might give this side a little, I might give them access to up here. But not to this. I might do that. And it would be their kind of above ground way of handling the house. It's like equal height. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not sure yet. But this has been like this has been a huge balancing video. Because this house was just a huge problem. I was so worried before I made these caves that this thing was just going to make this unplayable. But with the caves there, that is no longer the case. You can completely sneak past somebody who is camping, say, through this window or is down here. I mean, you'd come out here, but you have this much space that you were not in their crosshairs. Now, if they're camping there, oof. If they're camping there, oof. There's this balance because of a tree sniping spot someone could use to exact their revenge. Let's see, how well can this see that? See, like, this tree is literally it's the real MVP of balancing, because imagine how OP that would be. Alright, I can imagine somebody coming out on this edge of the rock, take a shot at somebody over here. I mean, this map is, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm just seeing so many new doors open as I work on it. That's the cool thing about map making. It's kind of like improvising along the way. This one might be about 30 minutes. I'm so sorry if you don't like that. But there's just so much good stuff in this one. Alrighty. So to wrap it up, I'm going to do another episode of working on the big house. But I thought I'd show you this amazing stairwell I made. I love it. It's got railing that kind of works. It's at just that height that I think people can prone under it. And you can still jump over it. I did notice one thing, though. These windows, you can't jump out of. I can jump over them because I got, default Roblox jumping. But these are more like shooting only windows instead of jumping out. Thought it would be worth noting that. Of course, this room doesn't have windows, so if, say, there's a last stand to be done on this, it happened in this room. Or if you wanted to hide and not get sniped. Though I'm pretty sure an MG can gun through this wall. So if these guys got an MG, and it goes through, I don't know, 2 layers of wall and you're in here, not feeling it, buddy. And of course we got the sneaky peeky. Another sneaky peeky. I mean, seriously, this house is huge, alright? It might be bigger than Big House from the default game. I say default game. From the map Cove, or even the one on Riverside, because there's a version of it on Riverside. It might be larger than those. I don't know. Can I jump up on this tree? Hold up. Well, I should be able to jump up on the tree. I'll be the only player to ever have gotten up on this tree. I will patch it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, well. Imagine somebody finding a way to get up on top of these trees. You know what? I'm going to put stuff in place to make sure people can't do that. And right now you can't, but when I add the actual roof, who knows? Though, depending on where the roof is, it might be unfair to this side. Oh yeah, I meant to show you. Here, we'll go there not in person because that's slow. I added, this will now officially be a reachable area. I will have invisible barriers to keep you from going beyond, like, right there. So you can't climb all the way out. I think it'll be a pretty good counter spot to the balcony. And also, it makes up for the fact that these people get OP caves It looked really cool, might I add. I think that the thumbnail will have something to do with a picture of this area. You know, I love this thing. Or it might be of Big House so far. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. See, I was going to do the video of fixing these houses, but I was like, well, I got to get Big House down. So I went over here. And if you're curious about the colors, I actually ended up going with Pinecone. And I believe this is... No. Crap. I don't remember. I know this is Nugant, so you can halfway produce it. But this stuff is different. I forget which it was. Darn me not recording. Alright. If you guys like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I will be coming back to do the things onto these caves. No, not on all of them. Just like a few of those. Maybe one of those right here. And a large one right here. And I don't think the rest of these really need them. Maybe this one. But then that will look kind of... Yeah. Well, the mines, caves, whatever you want to call them, I haven't come up with a name for them yet. This is definitely my favorite spot on the whole map aesthetically. I mean, defense-wise. Big House, my guy. Sniping. Right here. Imagine being right here, like way in the back. And you hit a shot at somebody, say, at all the way out over here, you know? Because you could hit that. Probably more likely be at this shed. And these two spots probably exchange fires about as much as these two spots. I don't know. I lots of thinking. I hadn't even thought about this tree until when I was just doing that jumping. So I might have to move this tree. I mean, worst comes worst, I move the tree. But I'm loving how this is coming out. I mean, what more is there to say? I'll be seeing y'all on the next one. Hopefully it'll be recorded tomorrow/today, since it is now 3/5. I stayed up late working on this, but I have class tomorrow because that's college. So I will work on that when I have the time. Peace.